Hi buddy, how you doing? Stephen Mayer here. This is actually a wee bored video that I'm making, to be honest with you. It's a Sunday and I'm absolutely bored. Music in the background there, I was watching Conan the Destroyer, film for like a million years ago. Big Arnie, brilliant film to be honest with you. But getting to the end of the story, I'll do this wee video. So I'd actually post a couple of things and says to some folk, go do a wee video later on. And I think folk have got to know me now, and it's like, what's he going to say next and stuff like that, I'm not controversial, don't think I'm controversial. If anybody thinks I'm controversial, please put it below. But I don't think I'm. I just like to say what I want to say for you there, So I'm just going to jump on whatever grabs me more than anything. So I want to talk about, what do I want to talk about first? Well, let's talk about my job, right? Personal trainer. So I'm a personal trainer. What's the likes and dislikes of being a personal trainer? Number one, I don't take any mince as a personal trainer, and years ago when I first started, I was actually used to be scared of clients maybe not turning up or this or that, how they get paid and things like that, but my advice to anybody in business is, and I do personal development as well, I am not a life coach that you see in every second line in Facebook. Hate that word. Can't stand that word, life coach. Now, it might be on some of my stuff that I've done earlier on, but that was a bit of a mistake more than anything. I'm a personal development coach. What is a personal development coach? Personal development is personal development in what you want. My mate says I'm the counsellor out of the afterlife. Well, I might be qualified to hypnotherapy counselling, but I don't use the word counsellor either. Personal development. So my views on life and my views on what I do and what I say, and I seem to have a lot of very satisfied clients. So, but the days a wee bit about, I'm going to let one video just sort of run to another. Personal training. Let's start with personal training. I'm here to help you if you want me to help you. I'm here to help you. I get calls all the time, right? And folk will say, I want to do personal training, and that, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the first thing. Here's the first question that I know you're not going to join, right? Because I've done it for like 6 million years, BC. So, first question is, you get a phone call. Hello? Hi. Much is your personal training? That's when 9 times out of 10, the person's not going to join you. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. They're not going to join you. It's all to do with money. So what you do is you base your health on really how much it is, rather than what's happening with you yourself. So you could be sitting there obese or whatever, different stuff, stressed out 7 days a week, people calling you ugly, fat, skinny, this, that, blah, 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 kick sand in your face, you name it, use all these words, right? I know I can help you with that. I can fix that, absolutely no problem. But your first question is how much, So I put a price up there and it's like, great, mate, I'll get back to you. No, you're not. No, you're not. So that's what happens. I know these are just wasted phone calls, I can tell you right now. So, always best when I get a phone call or a text that says, hi mate, interested in your personal training, what you have to offer and things like that. Then you have a wee conversation with the person, always asking me to call me and say, like, you did me call, and we'll take it for there. And we start to discuss what's best for them, and that's it. Now, I'm not expensive. I'm £20 an hour, which a lot of people lately have been telling me is like far too cheap. I mean, I could jump on here and tell you prices of other people. Some people are £30 an hour, some are £50 for half an hour, some are £40 for half an hour, some are £40 for 45 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to go to personal trainers from Kenny Davidson. Kenny, we're going to come on to that soon, right? So that's not me slagging anybody, it's just telling you what's out there. Simple as that. So personal training, right, let's jump into that. What do I offer in personal training? I offer you mind and body. Now, I always ask my clients, I always say to my clients, right, listen, why are you here? Why are you here, right? I'm not going to sit and laugh at any of your rubbish jokes or this or that, blah, 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 but we do bond, right? Because, let's go back to the start of what I said there about wanting to bring clients in when I was younger. I was sitting there laughing at stupid jokes. I used to get him and go, what did I laugh at that for? I know what I laughed at it for, because I wanted money in my pocket, And I realised that I had to be better than that, to think better than that. That wasn't what I wanted. I felt fake. As I say, that was when I first started many, many moons ago. But now it's a massive reality, When you walk into the gym, male or female, head to toe, I'm looking you up and down. And then I get a few wee words in, and it's just my personal development, my coaching, that figures out who you are, right? You're not getting weighed up here but you're not getting judged or anything like that, because that's not the environment that you're in with my gym. Whether it be the gym or whether it be the wee room next to it for hypnotherapy or personal development for there, it's all about what can I genuinely do for you. You've came to me, you work hard for your money and everything that goes with it. How can I help you? Somebody recommended you, if you saw me on Facebook, blah blah blah, something clicked, maybe something spiritual. I am not a religious person in any way or form, but I'm very, very spiritual, and I do believe that people are nudged spiritually to other people. Might get into that later on, we'll see how long this conversation is going to go. Typical Sunday, I just don't know, I just feel so bored, I just wanted to do something, so let's see where it goes, right? We'll just get one thing to another. Personal training, I'm a very old school trainer with an element of science. I'm definitely here to help, as I've said before. I like to work on varieties of boxing, Thai boxing, circuits, kettlebells, weights, blah blah blah, this and that, working in mind and body. We could go on all day. I'm not going to hit you with any fancy names, by the way, right? That didn't even swallow with me. But here's another thing I won't hit you with: fancy diets. I'm never going to hit you with fancy diets. Now let's just state this first as well. I'm not on here to slate diets, by the way. So if anybody wants to come on my post and say, Stephen, blah, 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 I'll just delete your post. Or if you want to take me off your Facebook, I don't think you'll be missed, because it's only a computer. Simple as that. Only a computer. It does not bother me one way or the other, right? So I'm not going to mention diets, but what I'm saying is let's go back to the days when when I was fighting, right? It was down to your pasta, your chicken, your meat, your eggs, whatever. There was none of this macros. There was none of this so-and-so diet, so-and-so diet, so-and-so diet, the so-and-so diet, and this, and let's put in the so-and-so diet. And by the way, some of these diets can cost you a hell of a lot of money. So what happens is, you get to the stage where you're paying all this money for these diets, but you don't have any money left to maybe say, well, I quite fancy a personal trainer, but to me it's quite expensive, so it feels I can't go out there and I can't do it. You're probably sitting right now with everything in your fridge and in your press that's going to give you all the foods that you want. Aldi's, Lidl, dirt cheap for fruits and stuff like things like that. They'll give you everything you want, by the way, for you to lose the weight that you want to lose. Please don't look for a quick fix. Don't look for it. I'm seriously, it really, really annoys me. Don't look for the quick fix. A good wee bit of training and a good wee bit of eating, and you'll get what you want. I'm telling you, the best one I've ever heard really is eating, maybe say every 3 hours, something like that, blah blah blah, small meals. They always come back to the surface, that one. And the names of these diets always come up and flop, up and flop, up and flop. So that happens all the time. That happens for there. And as I say, I'm not going to mention names. He's only getting publicly slated, this and that. But I'm very unhappy with what I hear. I can tell you right now. So please don't come on a post, because then folk will say, oh, look what he or she does, so that's what it must be. You don't be getting yourself away from there. I'm just being as straight as I die. Simple as that. Remember, Facebook is a platform for me to build my business, and it's doing extremely well. So I'm obviously doing something right, and the people that are on it are obviously people that want to hear me and want to hear what I've got to say. People that are not on it, that have blocked me, this and that, blah blah blah, is because they don't believe in what I say, they don't want to hear what I say, or maybe I'm talking way above them and they don't want to hear it, they don't want their clients to hear it. I have no interest in anybody else's clients. I've never poached in my life for anybody. Anybody says they have, then my number's out of the computer like that. Phone up and we'll have a wee live debate about it. Live debate, because that doesn't happen with me for there. So personal training, you'll not be hit with any diet fads, this and that. The biggest catalogue in the world. What is the biggest catalogue in the world? Biggest catalogue in the world is YouTube. I'm telling you right now. See, if you go to YouTube will give you everything from buttons to BMXs. Now, I wish I had that when I was younger. See, when I was younger, regarding the fights and things like that, blah blah blah, so you've got everything you need for beginners, diets with this and that, blah blah blah. No, I did use the word diet there, right? But what I'm trying to say is we eating your pastas and your tuna and things like that, blah blah blah. Because apparently now there's a lot of conspiracy that protein powders do not contain the protein in it that they say it's got. You're only taking somebody's word for that. And to get that actually scientifically proven is going to cost you thousands and thousands of pounds. So once again, I'm only putting my views out there. If you did put your views up and it was something I did, everybody be slagging you, I'd be saying, hey, the guys get a view, no problem, blah, blah, blah. That's just who I'm Stevie, yeah. So, do I believe in that? No, I don't believe in that at all. And I'm not going to believe in it. pasta, chicken, eggs, stuff like that. Drink plenty of water and stuff. Keep away from carbonated stuff. That's actually 5. Actually, that's right. That's me getting into my 6 weeks without the old Red Bull. So I was drowning myself with that stuff. Drowning myself. I knew it was wrong, and you were all right when he was posting me stuff. But it's just a thing that I absolutely loved. So remember, we're going to go from one thing to another here. You can sit down with a cup of tea and Iron Brew or whatever, or a wee bottle of Bud and watch us and say this guy's off, he's not. But I just wanted to do it. I'm so bored today, by the way. So bored. So I don't want to go too long on that one. Personal trainers. I want to jump on personal trainers here. Somebody had wrote, Kenny Davidson. Kenny, how you doing? Hope you're safe and well and everything that goes with it. And Kenny says, talk about fake personal trainers. Now, I'm not going to talk about fake personal trainers, Kenny. I'm not going to do that, because I feel as though then I'd be jumping into slating people, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to slate people. But I'll tell you what does come back to me, Kenny. What comes back to me there is other trainers talking about other trainers. Does that make them professional? If you've got to sit there and talk about another professional, let's come away from personal training. You own a snack van, you own a whatever. If somebody's talking about somebody else, you've not got much to say about your own business. You're threatened by this other person, I can tell you that right now. Now, some people might be watching this and going, this guy's full of shite. You're threatened. You are 100% threatened if you have to bring in another business to slate, because at the end of the day, this business is going to grow, the other one, and yours is just going to go down for there. And by the way, see, these days, people are only daft, because people now are sick of people talking about other people. They hate it. And Facebook is quite good for that. Facebook's full of junk, but it's also full of good. And I see that as well on Facebook. Folk are not interested in being spoken about other places. They just want what's good for them, that's it. They don't want to sit here. Certain companies all talk about others, this and that. Probably the one that gets me is you've been with the rest. You've been with the rest, now try the best. That doesn't wear with me at all, by the way. Do you know what? I'm only the best if I'm doing something good for you, that one individual. I don't claim to be better than him, hard, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care if I've got X amount of years in tap here. I don't care if I've got X amount of champions. I'm just proud of what I've done. I'm very, very proud of what I've done. I'm proud that I'm still lasting all this time. I've got equipment in my gym that's longer than some of these personal trainers. But to answer that one, Kenny, is I can't turn around and say fake personal trainers. I don't want to use the word, but I just want to use the word. If they have to get to the stage where they're going to sit there and say this and that, him this, Stephen Mayer that, or blah, 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 they are genuinely 100% threatened by your business. They're threatened by what you're doing, because you know what? Build. No matter what business you're in, build. Now, people, as I say, come to me for training and personal development. They're either in the gym or in the wee room, and mind and body, that's what we work on. And we work on how do we make things better for you. All rolled into one. That's just didn't come from me going to university there and getting my hypnotherapy stuff and this and that. The reason I go, that's because these days we need papers. But this all comes from the street and where I've been and what I've done and what my experience has been. But we all need papers. So that's why I've done it. That's why I went and spent thousands on papers, to get my insurance, stuff, and it goes with it. So, come away from that one. Let's jump on to another one here. And Paul McNally, right? Quite a good one, right? So we'll come back to the personal training. Paul McNally has wrote, at the end of your life, if you've not achieved anything, are you a failure? Do you know what? Just to get through life, you're a winner. Just to get through life, Paul, you're an absolute winner. To get up in the morning and to come home at night, safe, everything, under a roof, nice and warm, a loving family, whatever, this and that, you're a winner, mate. I don't want to jump on that one and off you a lot there, but you're a winner. You're certainly not a failure. Let's compare that against somebody who's a multi-millionaire and somebody that's say on the brew, blah blah blah. No, definitely not. That's not what makes you. What makes you is what you've got up here and the type of person you are, because you're not a failure to everybody. Some people might say you're a failure, but then that comes down to people that's talking about other people again, doesn't it? That's just them building what's called a blind army. That's what I call it, a blind army. They build a blind army against you. So, Paul, definitely not. You're not a failure. Just to get through life, just to be born, just to walk, smile, laugh, care for here and here, you're a winner, you're a winner till you close your eyes for the last time for there, Paul. So I'm a big believer in that. I'm a very spiritual person, as I said, not religious in any way or form, but very, very spiritual. I think that's my film finished, Conan Destroyer, so we're sitting here with the music on here. But anyway, so what we jump on next? Let's jump on Francis Plutos, right, spoke about Tyson biting Holyfield's ear. What do I think of Tyson biting Holyfield's ear? Mike Tyson is my hero. He's my role model and everything that goes with it, right? Although I've been slated by that because of the rape case and everything, and people jump on that. But they jump on that, don't care what he's done before, right? But he's still my role model in every way or form. But he became less of my role model when he did that, Fran. When he did that, I just felt as though, well, why did he do that? He done it because he was frustrated and he was losing it. And I hate to admit it, Mike Tyson was finished after Razor Ruddock. It's as simple as that. He was finished after Razor Ruddock. In fact, let's go back a bit. He was finished after Kevin Rooney. When he left Kevin Rooney, who was the ultimate trainer for him, that was it. The peekaboo style and everything, the skills with the road, wasn't there anymore. And he just relied on fear. He just relied on people being scared of him. And then one day people they stopped being scared of him. So that was it. We're going to come on to another bit on this one anyway, for Helen Perry's talking about his comeback. So Helen Perry wants me to talk about Tyson's comeback. Please, Tyson, don't do it. I've done a video on this before. He hasn't fought in about 15 years. His body's just not been happening for 15 years. He's been doing what he's wanted for 15 years. He's been, being overweight and this and that, which I'm not slating anywhere for him. But he's also old. And the one thing I read today on Facebook, which I hate to admit, by the way, I really do, but Anthony Joshua said that Tyson wouldn't last with these young guys. And Anthony Joshua's 100% correct, because don't underestimate this young team, because they're fit and ready and hungry. Now, Tyson was, but he's definitely not now. This fight with him and Roy Jones Jr., the two of them are finished a long time ago. If you look at the past, say, 4 fights each, they were just getting knocked out with absolute nobody's. Nobody's was beaten and they were doing it for the money. And their heart, see when you lose the heart's gone. See when that's gone, that's it. Now, what's going to happen is, people's going to say, right, there's this guy Tyson that Stephen Mayer talks about and this and that. They're going to watch this fight when it happens and they're going to look at it and go, what was that all about? Remember, we saw the real Mike Tyson. We saw the real Roy Jones Jr. Very elusive, hard to catch, moving, everything. Brilliant. Heart, shape, everything, you name it. Two of them, couple of KO kings for there. They're going to watch a couple of old men who's going to make plenty of money off of you if you decide to pay the pay-per-view money to watch an exhibition bout, which they've been told, by the way, they can't knock each other out. But what's going to happen is somebody's going to stumble and they're going to make it look good, because they're going to sell it to you, just like they done with McGregor and Mayweather. They're going to sell it to you, and that's how they make their money. And they'll come out it with no scathe, and they're hyping up now that Tyson's feeling angry and this and that. They're only trying to take it back to the Tyson days. But you got to remember, when Tyson was back in his day, Tyson hardly said a word. And if anybody knows Mike Tyson knows their boxing, they'll go back and they'll watch the pre-fight talks when Tyson said he was just talking in the ring. So he's trying to hype it up now, And that's what he was doing before with Lennox Lewis and all that as well. And even after that, he said that, eating his children was all just it's a ticket seller. That's all it was, a ticket seller. So, my man, Mike Tyson, disappointed that he's doing that, Helen. Very disappointed that he's doing it. So, it's, definitely no for me, that one for there. So what else was going my head today? I want to talk about hypnotherapy, right? So I want to get into this hypnotherapy. Now, I joined a course today, hypnotherapy counselling, right, for there. Now, so it took over a year for me to do that, but a year and a half, right, for there, right? So it wasn't a weekend course, by the way. It was not a weekend course. Sit there for a couple of days and I sat, mighty exams and stuff, very, very hard, very, very difficult. I mean, to work on that. First day in uni, we were taught this is not stage hypnosis. What is stage hypnosis? Is when they get you up there and they get you to stand naked. And we were told 99.9 times out of honour, this was all staged for people. Late shows, people are drunk, everything. They think this is great. Some guy, some lassie getting their gear off, they think it's brilliant. Gives hypnotherapy a bad name, to be honest with you. I think 100% a bad name. That's not what hypnotherapy is like with me. Hypnotherapy me is is one, when you're under a hypnosis state, you can open your eyes when you want, you can talk when you want, you can stand up when you want, things like that for there. And we're going to actually video a full hypnotherapy session. We're going to be doing that. And we're going to show you that. I'm going to do a picture-in-picture video on that, on the certain levels that they're at, between the therapy, the deepeners and things. We're going to show you that. I like to use it with what's happening in people's lives now. Let me give you an example. I have to put this one up here. I really, really have to put this up here. How straight is a guy that I like to be. Now, some people might say, oh, you probably shouldn't be doing that. But I didn't get any names or nothing, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know who this was, right? And it might have been a joke, but I'm going to put it up here anyway. So, hypnotherapy, I got a phone call about hypnogastric band. Now, the hypnogastric band is quite specialised, right? We get taught that, right? But it's very specialised. Now, me in the fitness game is, you need to, I know the situation with eating and training and things like that for there, boom, 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 but you've got to bring the mind into it for here. So I've got a phone call, right? Now, when you're dealing with hypnogastric band, first of all, when you talk to me about it, there's a lot. I've quite a lot of lengthy conversation about it, and quite a lot of people have just said no at the end of it. I could have took the money, no problem, could have took the money, but I didn't take the money. So I got a phone call for a client, a possible client, and they were saying, "Did they hypnogastric band?" And I says, I need to talk to you about it, blah blah blah. First of all, I says, what height are you? And they were about 5'3", 5'4", and then I says, so what weight are you? What you in women's terms? What size are you? Sorry, and they said, I'm a 6 to an 8 in women's terms, 6 to an 8. Okay, and they're asking for a hypnogastric band. There's a lot more going on there, by the way, a lot more going on. And I says, look, I don't really touch hypnogastric bands unless you're like maybe an 18 and over and things like that for there. Plus, we still need to talk about it when you come in for the consultation. Then the person continues to tell me, oh, but it might be an 8 to a 10. That wasn't going to happen. I invited them to come in for a talk because I do believe there's a lot more going on there that we could discuss. The person says to me, was I in the business of making money or not? I says, no, I'm in the business of building my name and being legit. I'm afraid I like to say that. I don't have any names for that or this and that. I don't think I'm out of turn and saying that because I have no idea who it was, right? So don't jump on that one. But that's in case anybody's ever thinking that. If anybody takes you on board for something like that, and you're in a woman's size, you're very small, you have to really jump on that. If they take you on board, because your money's going to get absolutely wasted. That one has to be a massive consultation that's done on that for there. So hypnotherapy, I like to work on all different stuff. Now let me jump on this, because I say I'm going to go from one thing to another. I speak to a lot of people about relationships, and they'll say, how can you do a relationship, Stephen, when you're single? I wasn't always single. I've been way good, I've been way bad, I've been good and I've been bad, blah blah blah. I'm 52 years of age now, and I know where I'm at. I've also been more educated in uni with different stuff, things like that. I've done NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, blah blah blah. So mind and body again. I didn't just open my wee book at page 45 and decide, I think I'll just sell that tomorrow and charge X amount of money for it. Not going to happen with me. It has to be studied and has to be looked at thoroughly. So relationships is, for somebody single, I think I'm very good at discussing relationships 100%. I'm not going to get into detail on that one because I feel as though I begin a lot of clients away with that one. So that one I'd have to say, that's just to be something I just might have wanted to put out there. So it could be stress, it could be anxiety, it could be depression, it could be anything. Hypnotherapy can be a number of things for there, and I'm going to put a hypnotherapy session up on video, and we'll put maybe some wee shorts on, and we'll go through different things like smoking and things like that for there. So what else we talk about today? Okay, sports remedial massage therapist. That's what I do as well. Now, why did I do all this? Because it's all mind and body. I paid for it all myself. I didn't get any government funding whatsoever. It cost me a lot of money, and I paid a lot of money for it. It took years to do. It didn't take a weekend to do. It took years to do for there. Because I believe when people was coming to me with sore backs and things like that, and everything, it was upside down. But let me tell you about the sports therapy one. I suffer from a bad back. Had it for years and years and years and years. I've had everything done to it, you name it. And I just remember a student of mine years ago said they were going to go on a course for Swedish massage, which took over a year today, and then you could do another year for sports remedial. And I went, you know what, let's go for it. That's how I actually really started it for there. That's how I became a sports therapist. But I love that when I do in the gym, because when somebody's in the gym, it's like, what happened with sports therapy with me was I used to be very, very regimented in training people, but I don't believe in being regimented anymore, because micro-trauma can kick in and things like that. Something small lurking in the background, and you're saying, keep going, keep pushing, keep... Actually, being a sports therapist made me a better personal trainer for myself. And I remember saying to my lecturer, you know, doing this made me a better trainer. And I remember him saying to me, can you explain that? Why? Because he was massively sports minded, but he wanted to know for myself, because I understood the body a lot more. You look at somebody's face when they're grinding, you know, with the cardio side, with the weight side, whatever. If somebody's getting niggle, you watch the body movements. I know that, I study that, and I look at that. And I'm never going to turn around and say, push yourself through it, because I'm either going to lose a client or you're going to lose time off your work and everything. You don't need that, and I don't need that. Simple as that. So sports therapy served me very, very, very well. People come to me for just normal massages because they feel stressed out. When they get a massage, we were always taught that you don't really do much talking when you're doing massage. Everything I do, I customise. Because I do a lot of talking, because people like to tell you the world. Because let me tell you one thing in my gym is absolutely nothing leaves the doors. Nothing leaves the doors at all. And the things I've been told, wow, that's all I'm going to say is wow. So when people's getting a massage for there, they just like to feel nice and calm and relaxed, and they start to tell you the world. So there's an element of therapy going on there as well, when they're getting a relaxing massage or even a remedial, you know, fixing something. It's weird, these things were all caught in my head today there, isn't it? So let's go back to personal training a wee bit for there. So once again, the easiest part about personal training is me training you. The hardest part is you going outside doing the eating. It is very difficult. We know that. Listen, any trainer said it's easy. It's not easy. It's very, very, very difficult. You know, I just stand there and all I've got is a stopwatch and a mouth, and I give you orders. Once you leave that gym, you feel good, you feel magic, you sweat. Oh, that's that. You get up the road, then your partners maybe go like that. I could go a pie supper, I could go a Chinese, I could go, and you're like, God, I'm trying to eat good. So you've got the hardest job, and I take my hat off to absolutely every single one of these on it. I seriously do, you know. But I can tell you right now, see if you get in the habit of just watching that food, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And don't go hungry. I've heard folks saying, by the way, Stephen, 6 o'clock I stop eating. Why? So if somebody for science wants to come on here and tell me that, you better have a very, very good view, because I'll just try and not get into a podcast on it. Because if you're hungry, your body's telling you it's hungry. It's as simple as that. You want to eat. So you get in the habit of eating stuff good for there. That's 100% ideal. You do your job, I do my job, the two can't fail. It's as simple as that. So, as I said, I just woke up today and I just thought, oh God, I just want to just have a wee daft. Is rant the word? I don't think rant's the word, to be honest with you. Enjoy helping people. 100% enjoy helping people, but I still get annoyed with people, by the way. So I'm not trying to come on here and be a saint. I still get annoyed. But I get annoyed because I recognise their talent. Let's jump onto that. People's talent. There are people out there with so much talent they don't even know they've got it. That's a shame. That's a shame. Or they let others decide their talent for them. Whether it be bitterness, whether it be jealousy, or different stuff. Don't let nothing creep into your head. You do what you want to do. It's as simple as that. And do you know what I like? My gym is right next door to a graveyard, and you're guaranteed every day I will point outside that window and say, this is where we end up. 99.9% is, by the way, all die in double figures, right? Is this morbid? Don't know. You're going to be gone soon, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, you're going to be gone soon. It's fact. So you want to sit here and take orders for other people, listen to what they've got to say. If you want to wear something, you wear it. If you want to do something, you do it. By the way, that's where you've got a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Wow, let's jump onto this one, right? So I seem to be hearing a lot about jealousy and different stuff like that, male and female, right? Do you know something? Don't let anybody tell you what to do, man. Don't let anybody dictate to you what you should be doing with your life. You should be able to stand up there and say, absolutely no chance. I don't care how good looking they are. I don't care how good everything is physical and everything like that. he or she, if they're causing you problems, you're out of there, man. You're out, and you'll be told that. Now, I've been to a million counsellors, psychoanalysts and different stuff very early when I was younger, and they'll sit there with the pen, the shirt and the tie, the wee book. Yes, Stephen, and what do you think of that? Here you daft, I'll tell you what I think here. As I said, my mate is going to be doing as a counsellor for the afterlife. Well, I watched the afterlife. There's elements in me, no way it, but there's elements in me. And straight as I die, and that's what I like, and that's what I encourage folk to do. Don't take mince, don't take crap off of anybody. Walk away. You're so valuable in life. Your mind, your body, how you dress. Let me tell you this one that I said the other day there to somebody. I remember, I said to this client, I says, quite a lot of exes used to live when I went out shopping with them. And the client says, how's that? I says, because they would come out of the what do you call it, the changing room and say, what do you think of that? And I used to say, what do you think of it? Not what you think of it. She was wearing it. I know, but I'm with you. Did it matter? What do you think of it? What do you think? It didn't matter what I thought, people, right? Don't get me wrong, if I thought it was upside down this and that, I'd be 100% say. Some folk may say, being honest. But you just thinking that because it's just what you want. You're not really thinking 100% what he or she wants. So I used to always say to whoever I was with, you know what, by the way, 9.5 times out of 10, it was always minted on them anyway, it was minted. So, and I would always say that, I would never ever get them today or wear anything just for what I wanted. Any exes looking at this, back me up if you can. I'd like to hear for that'd be good. Don't discuss anything else, but back up for that. So, don't be blinded by that for anything for there. Let's talk about people that talk about other people, right? And how other people get involved. Oh, did you hear about so and so? I said, oh my God, you're joking. They're worse than the person that's spreading the gossip, by the way. Seriously. By the way, this isn't even, nothing's written down here apart from what Fran, Kenny, Paul and Helen Perry says. But the rest of it's just coming off the top of my nut. Don't listen to what other folks say about other people, because you know what? You are worse than them. You got to go out and do your research on somebody. If somebody's upside down, or did you hear what he or she, my God, you're joking, I didn't think he or she was like that. Imagine saying that about somebody if you haven't even done your homework. Imagine bringing somebody's good name down that you've not even done your homework. Do you know why you're doing that? Because you don't want to hurt the person that you're talking to. Why would you want to have a loyalty to a person like that talks about other people? Because you know what? See what they say about others. Just listen, because they'll say that about you. So don't jump on board with that, people. That's I'm always encouraging folk on that when they come to see me for personal development. 100%. Don't listen to anybody else's junk. Doesn't matter if it's your mother, father, brother, sister, son, daughter, cousins, whoever. If they're causing you jip, deadwood, get rid of them. Fact. If you want to turn and say, but it's blood, don't complain to me or don't complain to anybody else. Sit there and take it. Simple as that. Because other folk out there have got a million worries more than yours. It's simple as that. So if you might back up the person that you're talking about, but then don't bother saying it. Simple. I wonder if some folk actually think of this video. Because there's a lot of folk in here that doesn't really know me, but there's a lot of folk that do know me who'll go, that's just Stephen, isn't it? That's what you get when you train with him, and that's what you get when you sit and you're in the personal development room, hypnotherapy. That's what you get. He just says it as it is, no ifs or buts. So I think what I'll do is I'll just sign off now. I'm going to come up with quite a few of these. Before I sign off, am I the best personal trainer? No, I'm only as good as the person standing in front of me and what they want off me. Am I the best hypnotherapist out there? No, I'm the same as the first one. It's only what I give that person. Am I the best personal development coach? Just what I give that person in front of me. Am I the best sports massage therapist? Only what I give that person in front of me. I'm Stevie Mayer. I don't think I'm better than anybody or anything, blah, blah, blah. Anybody says any different, please put a wee comment down there and say, Steve, remember the time, blah, 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 and we'll discuss it. I love to see people getting on. I love to see people making things out of their life. If a person I didn't like had won the lottery, I would say, do you know what? I don't talk to that person, but I genuinely wish them all the best. Hope everybody's well. Hope you're all doing great. I hope you're not taking things too serious. Tomorrow's Monday. Have something in your head. Start tomorrow with another day Let it be eating, thinking, whatever. If you want to be with her, be with her. If you want to be with him, be with him. If you don't want to be with them, don't be with them. Stand up and walk away, regardless of anything that's there. Telling you, we've got that size of life left in us, by the way. We could be gone at any time, and we see so much of this on Facebook. Live your life.